Brink of War is the debut feature of writer-director Michael Russell Gunn and follows the nuclear disarmament talks between Mikhail Gorbachev and Ronald Reagan. And now, Brink of War is definitely this genre film that I'm very, very much a fan of. These political chamber pieces. We are just seeing the essentially debates, talking. We are seeing this event very historically accurate. Very much feels almost like we are in the moment. Isn't really trying to really portray very much one side's bad and one good. It just wants to be objective about the events and kind of show a moment in history that probably a lot of people aren't really that knowledgeable about. I think it does really well. Well, it definitely doesn't feel like it's leaning towards either side on one issue. It does feel like it kind of has pretty much it does feel like it took a very meticulous time researching and really trying to portray it as effective as possible without really going into much with like biases towards America in this situation. Which was something I was a bit worried about. I was going to do, considering this was being distributed by Angel Studios, and they have a pretty long history. And with Young Washington, my big complaint with that was that it very much feels like it's trying to distort history to kind of fit the vision of America that most people have. This I do admire for actually kind of not really like criticizing Reagan, but definitely showing some of his faults. Definitely does acknowledge that at the time that the New York talks were happening, he was starting to lose popularity around that time with the Iran-Contra affair. A lot of his positions, all his foreign policy positions being very aggressive and kind of being called a warmonger throughout the film. And I think it does do a good job of really showing kind of when the talks really fall apart. You can definitely tell the exact moment the talks just fail. I think it did really effectively, especially for a first-time filmmaker. Would I say this is like one of the greats, like some on the chamber piece political films like Lincoln or like Bridge of Spies? No, this is very much a first-time filmmaker. There's stuff here that really could have been cut. Like, I think a lot of stuff with the like journalists and with the like CIA and KGB weird subplot they have going on that really doesn't add much to it. And if anything, it's really not as intriguing as the actual talks for me, which I think are definitely the best stuff of the film. As Jared Harris and Jeff Daniels give really good performances, and I think just really help just capture kind of the intensity and just anxiety of what these talks were probably like. So I would definitely say recommend it. I would say skip the end credits, mainly because it's Angel Studios, so of course they're going to have their "we're building a movement" message that they always have. So yeah, I would say very intriguing film to watch. Definitely one of their better ones they've released. I'd say definitely worth checking out.